This is the Church of the Infinite Presence Divine Science in Oklahoma City. So we welcome the people that are here as well as those who are on our worldwide web audience. And for all those that are in the invisible today and are come to listen to the lesson. I wonder if you would think about this for just 1 minute. I wonder if you got up in the morning and you had bought a Texas big-time lottery ticket, and you got on the computer or you tuned in on the television and they were giving the numbers. And as you went through one number at a time, you discovered when you got to the last number that you had won millions and millions of dollars. Do you expect your day would change? You think that maybe things would go a little bit different for you than the day before? Would you be a little more cheerful? Would your heart pound a little faster that day? Mine would, believe you me. Well, what if you discovered that somebody had placed $100,000 in your checking account without you knowing it? Now that actually happened to one of my daughters. There was some kind of a mistake, and when she called on the phone to get her balance, it was $100,000 in the head. So, she knew that, of course, it wasn't going to be her. I said, I don't think I would spend any of that right now if I were you. It only took them a couple hours to get it off. It was somebody's $100,000. I want to give you some ideas, some concepts. I want to give you some statements that might help you to understand and to free yourself from things that are in your life that are weighing you down. We are all filled with anchors. Do you know that? We have these anchors. This won't work, so therefore I just don't know what I'm going to do, or this is too high, this is too much, I don't know what I'm going to do about health services, on and on and on we go along with it. But do we understand, for one thing, that we are channels by which the infinite presence, and remember what I've always told you about divine science, that the very basic teaching of divine science is the study of the omnipresence. So we can say to ourselves, I am a channel. Let's take that together. I am a channel. Now Jesus understood that clearly when he talked about the vine and the branches and so on. He realized that the power, the food, the energy was coming through invisibly, but there it was in these vines. I am the true vine and you are the branches. You're the result of what I am, said Jesus. I am a channel by which the power and presence of God operates. And one of the things that we have an anchor, we seem to be separated from God. We think we're separated from God. Well, God's here and God's there. There's an old saying, God's in his heaven and all is well. It never is so. If God is just in his heaven, then here we are on earth, you see, there's a sense of separation there that doesn't make sense, because God has to be with us always. We are his creation. Then we look at ourselves in the mirror, and we get on the scale, and we measure ourselves for a new suit or new clothes. And as we do that, we say we've either skinnied down a little or fattened up a little. Maybe more than a little. But in the infinite invisible us, the thing that is not seen, is not heard, but is there definitely. And we could say about that, as the image and likeness of God, I reflect all that which is good and pure. I am that which is good and pure. It just surges through me. I was talking to somebody today about a little fellow that I knew one time, and he was, you know what Mr. Milquetoast means? Mm-hmm. Well, that's what he was like, Mr. Milquetoast. He was always in the negative, and he was always kind of bent over, and he was always kind of just not understanding the world, and nobody loves me was his theme song. So he came into the place where I was, and I said, I've been thinking about you. And he said, he would look shocked. And he said, Why, I never thought anybody thought about me. See that kind of thinking? I said, you're a good person. People think of you all the time, but he's just looking shocked. Me? What? Me? You thought about me? Now we talk about things that God gives us. And we can say to ourselves, the gifts of God operate within me. The gifts of God, what are those anyhow? This love, joy, peace, harmony. All of these things are working through us and in us. And there is no obstruction to it. There is no obstruction to these gifts coming through you. And then we can say to ourselves as we finish off this idea, I am a part of a divine plan. Part of a divine plan. Now, I've had lots of plans in my time. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. You know how it is. I'm going to go do this, and then it ends up in a total disaster because I didn't think it all out. But you see, this is a divine plan. It's all been thought out by the divine mind. You are part of that divine presence. Now we take a look at God, and we say God is life. God is life. But listen, you haven't finished it. If you're just saying that, you haven't finished it. God is life, and I am the living of that life. See, that includes us in the plan. And then we can say to ourselves when we get up in the morning, especially in the morning, I appear to be a little groggy in the morning. Don't wake me up and ask me some scientific question. I am vibrant. Now, you may not look vibrant, you may not act vibrant, you may not even think you're vibrant, but you are vibrant because you are the image and likeness of God. I am alive.